Hello guys and good evening. Yes, indeed we are back here with the Twitter stuff, charts from people that I follow, and yeah, we shall see what they have up in their sleeve. For the past few days here, I've been slacking quite a bit, so we shall see here. This is as always charts from different people that I follow. And I highly recommend you following these guys. They are really good at what they do. I have learned a lot. So we shall definitely see here. Also, follow me here, guys, on Twitter, on Substack, mostly, and YouTube, for that matter. And yeah, we shall see what the charts bring here. The first one here is a tad old, actually, 4 days. And in the investing world, that's quite a long time. But Axel here with the ASX getting ready for a breakout from the latest consolidation resistance at 7,740. So basically what he's pointing to here is the inverted head and shoulders, beautiful little bull-flag bull channel there, breaking out. We're now consolidating above the neckline here. Yeah, I agree. It looks like it wants to rip higher here. This is Australia, by the way, ASX. Breakout there, retest of the green upper trend line here, and then sideways for like, I don't know, half a year, roughly 4 months or so. So yeah, very exciting here. Stefan here with silver. This pattern, the Livermore speculative chart, suggests that you need to persist and stay invested. So again, what he's pointing to is that this, ever since March 2024, where we started to really break out here, where the rally basically started, and we broke out there at roughly 26, and the rest is history. As you know, silver looks incredibly bullish, and we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pattern or wave there, and the 8th move. I think if I remember correctly, there is an 8, 9, 10, roughly up here, so 8, 9, 10, and then you go. But I agree here we have a very good chance of going way into the 40s. Because when silver moves, it moves. The gold to silver ratio is not collapsing, but it's definitely coming down in favor of silver. That's good for metals. That's good for platinum. That is very good for the miners. And yeah, it's looking really, really good right now for the metals. Here it is. You can see what he's pointing to. This is the start, the 8, 9, 10. So you can see that actually we could be in for quite a big run here. Based on Stefano's little chart there. Beautiful. This is great here with the inflationary 1970s caused a massive rise in gold when called the commodities bear market low back in April 2020. Also where we said we're in for big inflation. Yeah, we definitely saw that. I think it's time for the next historical inflation wave. Just like in the 70s, again, we had these 3 impulses, and depending on how you count it, we are either at the low between the first and second, or the second and third. This is clearly a wild chart, but unfortunately, quite likely. Gold is now squeezed in between the blue lines below, and have to make a choice: break upwards or break it downwards. We know what it will be. I agree, it will definitely go higher. So this is a roughly 50-40 rising wedge, and I do think we're going to go way higher here. Target says roughly 50k, maybe not, but definitely higher from here. Gold is, in my opinion, for this decade and maybe the next 10 years will do really, really well. Every metric that I use is pointing to higher gold prices, and yeah, fantastic. North Star here, my good man Kevin, in gold. I have been posting this chart for a couple of years. Did you miss it, or did you keep an open-minded and use it to help build a scientific weight of evidence case to suggest a move of hundreds of dollars incoming, likely to turn into thousands of dollars? So this is the US to money supply to gold ratio, and we can see here that 2023 we peaked, and gold is basically outperforming ever since then. And And yeah, you can see he's pointing to a lot lower, meaning gold will outperform the M2 money supply. And if you zoom out on a bigger scale, you can actually also see that gold has broken out. If you do the gold to US M2 money supply, you can see it back from the 2080s. We have a clear breakout. The tides have turned in favor of gold to catch up with all the lost value that it has gained in the past, many decades. So Axel here again. This is a chart pattern, and there is the type of breakout. Type of breakout is my value add to the literature of breakouts. I've come to the conclusion after reviewing so many breakouts that type 1, the breakout is followed by a rally to the price target, and usually with overperformance. And this was also Tesla. We also here on the Substack service called the breakout there, and with the exact same measured move, yes, we have overperformance. If you zoom out, you can see we're actually breaking I think it's a 3-year long trend line coming in roughly around here. We are insanely extended here. And usually, I say usually, you are in for like a resting period before eventually going higher. But maybe that resting period won't be that long because Tesla is heavily shorted still. So yeah, definitely want to move there from roughly 200 to 260. Beautiful. Here we have Brander. Okay, I'm going to call it. We are in a breakout mode in tin. 9 consecutive bull bars with above average buying volume. And I agree, this is an insanely nicely looking chart. If you can basically add trend lines, the peak there to there, and the bottoms here. You can clearly see the wedge pattern coming in. The moving averages is just tight. The tiding here coiling up, and we're definitely looking for higher prices in tin. Yeah, tin. Not many people is investing into tin, but again, this is a beautiful, beautiful chart going back. 3 months, as he mentioned that. So beautiful, beautiful chart by tin. This is trader here, LAC. So this is the Lithium Americas Corp. I'm not going to read it all here, but again, you can clearly see a break here, and we have collapsed ever since. I do want to throw in a little bit of yes, it's coming down hard here, but also I think this move that we see here is the end of trend kind of move, where we are basically going vertical, in this case down, and therefore I think this is the end of this trend coming down. I'm expecting a rally here at some point in time. The low is always difficult to exactly point, but this here, just red after red, every single week, I think this is close to a bottom, and we should see a rally here. You could also argue that you have the 1 to 5 Elliott wave coming in here, but again, I'm not an expert on the Elliott waves, but definitely I'm expecting a check back at least to the to the trend line here at roughly $6 or so, and then we shall see what happens. But very overextended here, and I wouldn't be surprised over the next few months here to rally at some point. Rashad here. This is probably one of the most important charts right now. There are a few, but this is one of them. Senior gold miners, the GDX is on the verge of a historic breakout. 13-year resistance looks like to be broken this time. So we have the peak 2011, huge bear market. 2020 we had that mega rally. 2022, 2024, and we are charging again. I agree. It looks like a breakout here for gold miners. The GDXJ looks similar. Also, I think the silver miners is lagging just a tiny bit, but they are also going to break out, in my opinion. Silver is going higher, gold is going higher. Miners obviously will do well with this collapsing, or at least heavily falling gold to silver ratio. That's beautiful. Egan van Greas here with an insanely long-term chart here. You can see here, if Dow to gold ratio falls 97% to the long-term trend line of 0.5, what will that be? You can clearly see here, this is what he's pointing to here, that is gold $10,000 and the Dow 5. or gold 20, and the Dow will be 10 here. This is where things is getting out of hand heavily, and you can clearly see here that he's pointing to that we're going to see that move from roughly 20 right now all the way down to 0.5. And that obviously means, if that's the case, that you will be much better off being invested into gold during that period. Will we get it? We shall see, but definitely this is a ratio that I haven't been looking at for a long time. I'm quite eager to see the FIB extended move here, what it points to see how low it actually goes on that momentum there, if that is the bull trap high here. But definitely, yeah, again, gold. What can I say? My good man Borak here. I want to see if we can have him on here in a few weeks, maybe a week or two, to see where he is at in all of this. Palladium, very short statement from Borak. That's often what you get. You don't get much commentary, but that doesn't matter because the chart speaks for itself. Breakout here in Palladium. I do have still the confirmation in my book is 1100, but again we are breaking the downtrend, and it's kind of a weird breakout in my opinion, but still very clear as day, breaking out here. And yes, Palladium has come down from roughly 3,500 all the way down to I think 800 or so. So a massive drop, and in the past many decades where we have seen this like 70% drop, we are in for a huge rally. So Borak is usually on point with these breakouts. So definitely, if you don't have your eyes on Palladium, and I assume platinum as well, then I think you could be missing out for quite a move here in those metals. Sahara here with gold tried to pop the call last week, but dropped over the last 3 days back inside the pattern. So you can see here it kind of broke out there, topping tail, then back in. So he's pointing to that maybe we're going to have the E move down here to roughly, what's that? Roughly a tad above 70. But still the overall cup I assume is in play here. But again, we shall see. Definitely oil, here between 80 and 84 is in a very interesting moment. Getting above the 84 roughly, and oil could be in for a big move, basically breaking that long-term 3-year zone here, or channel is probably the better word for oil. Last but not least, we have trader again here with PASS. So that is the Pan American Silver Corporation. Again, simple chart. I like it. Just like a supply and demand zone here. You can see we're breaking. We broke above there. We tagged it, consolidated, broke up, and then back again testing. Again, sometimes clean chart is all it takes to define what you're going to do next year. Again, this is a silver and I assume gold miner, and they will do very well. They are already up, roughly 100% before we have had any, consolidation. So that's quite strong for PASS. That's all I have for the day. I will try to be more on time here with daily Twitter updates. So post some good charts, guys, and I will definitely have them in here. Have an amazing day, and stay safe, guys. Bye.